Can you hear me now? There we go. Hello. Yeah, dude muted. Sorry. There's a new setup, as you may have noticed. There's a painting. There's gonna be dogs walking by. I can see Hobbs right now. He's sunbathing, having a great time. But yesterday was just me troubleshooting problems that I had solved like 6 years ago and having a great time doing it. Unplugged and moved the entire PC, which, as you may have noticed, caused just a plethora of issues. Just so everything in the world just blew up. I don't know, like it forgot like it was a computer. Like, how do we do this? What's a what's a mixer? Which Streamlabs deleted the mic for some reason. Here we are. Oh man. Just troubleshooting all the problems that was like, this shouldn't be a problem. Like, my desk apparently has 4 unique legs, and they only go where they're supposed to go. They only fit in one of the sides. And I had to like figure out, okay, each one is marked with chalk with the person who has the worst handwriting ever and wrote this over a decade ago. So they've all smeared and kind of warped it. Like, which one is which? Oh, that took like an hour. But yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello. New background. Yep, new background. We have a nice painting right here. And there will be dogs. But that's it. There's just... That is bathroom. That is closet. That's welcome to the room, bros. I might show you the rest of the room later. It's like stream ready now, where it's just like, okay, the stream background is good. I got everything stream set up. There's like, you know, this corner still a disaster over there. I still got to figure out everything. I got to organize that a little bit. Nice painting. Where'd you get it? My dad got it. Yeah. He's into sailing, and it's just kind of like one of those things I didn't plan, but I have a lot of sailing stuff, and it just kind of like, I put it all in this room. It's just like, it just kind of fit. So Corgi, do you remember Stoic? The name sounds vaguely familiar, but outside of that, no. I can see my dog Hobbs sunbathing. I don't want to show you the backyard, but yeah. All right, let's talk about what we're doing today. Territorial Lobby 1. Yes. No. Let's do an hour of Lobby 1. Then from 11 a.m., which we got to get these to be a.m.s. 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Territorial Lobby 2. And then from 12 to probably 2, we're gonna do a domination run. Okay. What's your biggest winning streak in Territorial? There was one day where I just kept rolling. Usually I don't keep rolling. There was one day where it's just like, let me see how many videos I can record in advance. I got 8 wins in a row. And I probably could have gotten more, but it was just like, all right, that's a full week already. Well, no. It was more than 8 because it was a full week. So it was probably 16, I guess. But counting 8 individual wins in a row and then 8 team wins in a row was my biggest. So 16, I guess, if you count team games. All right, well, speaking of team games, let's lock in. Let's load in. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's do some team games. Corgi went from abandoned mansion to the most YouTuberish background. Oh, is that like bad or good though? YouTuberish background. I don't like having the closet there as the background, I will admit. You forgot open front? Great question. I did not. Let's do Asia, by the way. We're doing a domination run, which will take a minimum of 2 hours. So that replaces open front. I mean, it looks clean, so I guess both work. Yeah, it's like clean enough, you know. The big highlight will be if I can get a dog. Ranger! Hold on, I'll whistle. Of course, now's the time they choose disobedience. Oh, Hobbs heard me whistling. No, he's not coming. He ain't coming. He just looked up for attention. I can see the disobedience in his eyes as he laid back down. He like gave me a little bit of attention. And then was just like, we're out, champ. Finally a stream besides weekends. Yeah, sorry about that. I've been rearranging the entire house. So there was no streams like last week, I don't think at all, other than the weekend. Gonna try and get back to a more regular stream schedule, at least for a little bit. And then let's rumble. But you know, I'm tired. You know, you're old and out of shape when your lower back hurts from lifting. Because I had to do this all myself. This desk here probably weighs a couple 100 pounds. Had to lift that and move that across the house. And it's just like, I wasn't strong enough to do it with my good muscles coach, so my lower back muscles hurt. All right, let's get moving. We can definitely pick on this white player over here. He's got a low amount of troops. I don't know if we want to, though, just because we don't have... Like, we have the crown, but we don't have, like, a ton of room. I think we hold. I think we hold and we build with skeleton crew here. Contest soon? Don't worry, we can miss the first contest. W new setup? Yeah, it's very bright, I'll tell you that. I got so many lights shine. I got lights in both of my eyes. The box light and then the natural light. Ah, get out of here. But the microphone doesn't take up the entirety of the screen anymore. So big W on that, right? Big W on that one. All right. What's our red interest? 1.4 million. We got DJ, our big champion. He's over here. That's an unfortunate full send. Way to be on top of that Bosnian, though. That sucks for Norwegian. And I think it's time to start bullying this man. I'll not put any pressure on Jason to join me, but I'm going to start lowering the amount that... Okay, he is going to join. Yeah, I was like, Norwegian Cheese, he could have potentially saved, but I think Norwegian Cheese is mostly dead. Stellaris is actually a person. That wasn't Stellaris, whatever his name was. But just to get our advantage over this guy so he doesn't come crushing through. Fergie, how many videos did you make before you got your first hit? I mean, here's the thing. Is I was notorious for incremental growth. I never had like a viral hit. I think the first viral hit I had was the first Domination video I did popped off. But that was like a year or two into doing it. And then I had one random Territorial video pop off last year. And that's about it. I was never the guy who got like a smash hit out of nowhere. What time do you play Domination? Ledge. Type !docket and that'll always bring up the schedule for every stream. We update that at the beginning of every stream, so that'll let you know. Now, you will have to convert the times, but I believe in you. I believe in you to put on your big boy pants and be able to tell me what time it is in your time zone. But we got to check to see which nation we're doing today. Contest in 10 seconds. Good luck. It's okay. We can miss a contest again. Big boy pants is crazy. Well, you know. People get on the internet and all of a sudden they're helpless. Like, they could solve the problem, but they're like, I don't know what time that is. Like, you can do it. Jason, no! See if I can like slow this down by attacking both these guys. Ah, no, there's a third one coming around. I can't do anything, Jason. I'm sorry. I tried. I tried to protect you. Dang, man. All right. So what is it? 4 of us? 3 of us? 4 of us. We got DJ, me, Crocodile, and Bosnian. Still a winnable game for sure. I mean, we have 51% of the map between the 4 of us. And this guy. There's a Fulson. Nice. Jump on that. And I'm going to fight this blue player over here, because if he full sends me, the team guaranteed gets this land. But we're very much in control of this game at this point. Corgi, I like eat beans. Good call, good call. I'm not sure if English is your first language, but the correct way to say that is I like to eat beans. Thank you for bringing that to the stream's attention, though. Vital information for the stream. Everyone pay attention. These are the kind of messages we need to keep the stream going. Why talk about anything that we could banter off of when we can just say, I like bean? Corgi, don't diss the beans. Shut up, British people. I'll diss everything I want to. All right? You're not cuisine experts just because you put it on toast. You nerds. All right, there we go. Big win, big win. GG. All right, we got 8 minutes for the next contest. Let's take our time, advance, and sync up with that contest, and let's do our GeoGrid today. Okay, let's look at the categories and see which ones are going to be tough. I have no idea about daylight savings times. That's going to be a shot in the dark. I have no clue who does and does not observe daylight savings. Capital city over 2 million. Flag with a coat of arms. Coastline on the Atlantic. Wheat production is going to be tough. The only one I think I know is Ukraine, and I'm not sure if they border. Okay, we got the easiest one. I have no idea who produces wheat. I mean, you got the United States. I'm assuming Russia does. Throw me a Poland in there, maybe a Poland. Epic. Okay, we take those. Capital city over 2 million, top 20 in wheat production. Those were not good. Those were not a good 3. I have no idea who produces wheat. Flag with a coat of arms. Borders 5 countries. Does Cambodia count? It does not. It does not. Black coat of arms. I don't think we could pick anything like the typical islands, because they don't border technically anything. Bhutan and Nepal are out. I don't think Oman borders enough. Iran? Does Iran technically count as a coat of arms? It does, and that's a legendary guess. Fantastic. Ah, you know what? Algeria. Okay, Algeria does not count as a coat of arms. Fantastic news. Fantastic news. Coastline on the Atlantic borders 5 countries. Morocco borders Spain, Algeria, Mauritania. No. The Democratic Republic of the Congo. Give me DRC, baby. Just count it. Democratic Republic of the Congo. Epic. Ah, I thought it'd be better. Flag with a coat of arms on the Atlantic. Does Morocco count as a coat of arms? Probably not. No, the star doesn't count. All right. We have Spain as an easy out. We have Portugal, which I can't think of the Portuguese flag right now, but I'm sure it does. We have Brazil, which, God bless, I'm sure that could be. Does the Caribbean Sea count by chance as being part of the Atlantic? It does not. Excellent. Exquisite. Give me hold on. Barbados. Oh, 2 million. 2 million is gonna be tough. Hold on. Backtrack. Brazil. Just throw me Brazil. Argentina. Rare. Ah! Oh, I meant to use that up here. Okay, hold on. Brazil. Brazil's legendary, losers. Observes daylight savings times with the coat of arms. Give me Spain here. And then coastline on the Atlantic. Ah, I screwed that up. Hold on. The Svalbard? No. Saint Martin. No. Really? To count too much in the Caribbean Sea? What about the Canary Islands? Do you count the Canary Islands? No. What about the Bahamas? Legendary. That feels good. That feels good. We got 3 legendaries. Pulled out a pretty poopy start and salvaged it. All right, what were the least popular answers? Ethiopia. I gotta remember Ethiopia counts as a coat of arms. Iran produces wheat. Did anyone know that before? Coastline on the Atlantic. Chile has a coastline on the Atlantic? Say what, champ? Say what, girl? I guess right there. Oh. Touche. Touche. All right, we got 2 minutes for the next contest. We load up. You could have done Dominican Republic, bottom right. I could have done Chile and been even better. So, you know, who's stupid? Egypt, though, I got Egypt produces wheat. Ethiopia produces wheat. Who? Top 20 wheat producers. I have no idea where wheat comes from outside the United States. China, India, Russia. Okay. United States, France, Canada, Australia, Pakistan, Germany, I could probably figure it out. Turkey, I could probably figure it out. Argentina kind of throws me for a loop. United Kingdom, I didn't think they'd have a big enough landmass. Uzbekistan and Algeria. Gosh, a lot of these countries I think are just kind of like barren. Like Algeria always surprises me that it's like as populated, as big, because so much of it is the Sahara Desert. What does observes daylight savings time mean? Do you move your clock forward and back an hour twice a year? Is essentially what that means. If you don't know what it means, your country probably doesn't observe daylight savings times, in which case kudos to you. You're part of the future. All right. Contest is Asia. Draw the map into thirds, boys. Be on the leftmost side. I'm so mad. I set up a dog bed back here. The dogs have been laying on it consistently all day and all last night. And here I am wanting one of the dogs to make an appearance, and they refuse. Ranger! He would come any other time. Frustrating. Daylight savings time includes basically every Western country. I don't know. What European country does not observe daylight savings time? Let's start there. They're just shy. I'm about to bring out the big treats. Maybe Belarus or something? You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if Belarus doesn't. Kazakhstan, technically. Good call, good call. Good technicality in the answer out in the question I was asking. You know what would be one that probably doesn't? Is like Albania. Albania is like a kind of a a countermeasure to a lot of European standards. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Is that a player? No, that's a bot. So we got 2 players to the south. Other than that, we're surrounded by allies. So we need to work our way down south, see if we can help out there. If not, just donate. Ugh. Little bit of Z lag. Hello, and oh my god, that's a long beard. Yes, welcome to it. I'm long beard man now. I forever trust. There's Hobbs. Hello, Hobbs. He's outside. Elliot, good to see you. Played a game against you in today's video. It was a pretty interesting one where we were in a battle, but he couldn't get the other big guy to join in. I was able to crush him. English only, my friend? If I only had a mod. Do-do-do-do-do-do. What time are you playing Domination? Type exclamation point docket, my friend. It'll pull up the docket, the schedule for today and every day. It's gonna be an interesting one. Yeah, we had way too many people spawn. What we don't want to have in these team games is basically us having to work backwards and then work forwards. So when we have so many people spawning way beyond, again, drawing the map into thirds means that like this is the farthest east we go. So everyone over here has no idea what a third is. You failed fractions. I'm writing your math teachers right now. Public schooling has failed you. You need extra work. You need a tutor. You don't know what a fraction is. I'm not even asking you to do any math with fractions, just to understand the basic concept of what one is. And we're failing miserably on that one. So, you know, I have little faith in the Jin alphas of the world. Corey, you gonna shave your beard? At some point eventually. But I'm enjoying my wizard beard. When my hair is like not aligned perfectly and I let it go slightly off straight, I get a real solid glimpse into what I would look like homeless. It's like real. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Red and blue font, so that makes this a lot easier. Yeah, for sure. Because we don't really have a lot of great champions over here. Like, we got Alligator and Kedu, who've got 1 million. And that's it. So we got fortunate that they fought each other instead of fighting us. Corgi used to play Power World? I did a playthrough of Power World. I don't think I've played more of a grindy game at the end. The end was like I would work on the game for 4 hours so I could stream 1 hour of it before I'd run out of Pokeballs or whatever again. I've heard they've done some updates, but I was pretty traumatized after how long it took me to beat it the first time. I'm not like keen on going back. Love from India, brother. Hey, love from America right back at you. Surprisingly large Indian audience, I will say. Yeah, there's some new PAL bosses, nothing more. Yeah. Like, the fun of Power World ends at like hour 6, and then it's like another 6 hours at least to beat the game. Look out the back line. We're fine. We're fine. Elliot can take care of it. Well, from Kuwait. See, I don't think we have another Kuwaiti. I don't even know if that's the correct... Was it personification of someone from Kuwait? Honorific, maybe? I have no idea. But welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Bro, you look like Thor from the Avengers. Yeah, like Fat Thor, right? Just Fat Thor, dude? Yeah, that's me. Because we love games, we can glorify the Indian Empire. Yeah, but it's interesting that there's so many people from India, but like no one from Pakistan, right? Two very, whether they like to say admit it or not, very similar countries in a lot of ways. Because Pakistans don't have devices. See, I think that's not true. Indians are everywhere on this planet? Well, obviously. What, is India the second largest population? Because it's China number 1. And then I think India number 2. And then I think the United States. First, it overtook China. Did it really? That doesn't surprise me that it was eventually going to happen. Because of the bottleneck China had with the one-kid policy for a while. But I'm surprised it happened now. Bruh, India is number 1 since 2023. Crazy. Good to know. Alright, let's see if we can get in a Wordle, ladies and gents. What country we're looking at? That is Mozambique. What are the 6 neighbors of Mozambique? We have Malawi, which I apparently pronounced incorrectly. So someone can correct me on that one. Botswana. Botswana's not one. Oh, excuse me. I always get Botswana and Zimbabwe mixed up. We have South Africa. We have Tanzania. We have Eswatini. Nailed it. What's the capital? Got no clue. Maputo. Wasn't going to get that. And didn't know where it was. What's the flag of Mozambique? It's that one. They got the gun on it. Hell yeah. They got an AK with a bayonet on it. Metal AF flag. All right, which one of these facts is true about Mozambique? Bottom and top 20 population density? Don't think so. Drives on the left, I could believe. I'm going to say they observe daylight savings time. Okay, they drive on the left. A popular Mozambican dish made from cassava leaves, cooked in coconut milk and ground peanuts, is called matapa? Matapa? Not matapa? I think I said that correctly. Mozambique's first president, Samora Machel, died in 1986 when his plane crashed in Mazinha, just inside the borders of, I'm going to say Zimbabwe. South Africa. Okay. You guess which landmark is Mozambique? That looks cool AF. I was hoping it'd be that. Wanted to guess that. What's this called? That's a national park. Independence Square. The Grand... Hold on. We have to look up this, though. Do we have time? No time. Contest is up. We go North Russia, Northeast Russia, and Scandinavia. Also, thank you for subscribing, Zinni Plays. Welcome to the quarters, dear friend. All right, good luck, boys. Good luck. Don't forget, northeast, top right side, same. Well, northern Russia, Scandinavia. Oh, I noticed you're streaming when I'm already in the game. Well, you can join next game. We need some help in the top right. We are drastically outnumbered. It is like a 1v8 over here, boys. This should not be where we're fighting. This should be the easiest victory. This should be the first victory. Because, again, remember, we want the wins to cascade out. Like victory here, victory here, victory here, victory here. Not victory here, and then fighting this the entire time. See if I can get a little advantage on this guy just by pushing him down early. Instead of making this a 3v1. Yep, I'm getting attacked in kind. That's understandable, but getting him out of the game, I think, was more valuable than anything else. Okay, can you give me cover, friendo? Actually, I think I'm fine. We take that. We take that. That's a big win for us. Yep, kind of getting bullied. Thank you, cool. Boys, be aggressive. Everyone in this region of the world should be fighting someone. Pick the target that you have the most borders with and fight them. Don't worry about your troop size. Just fight. We cannot be sitting around here all day waiting for, like, you guys to pick it up. Good job, Seb. Aberdeen, you got to join in. Big Chungus, you got to join in. Norwegian, you got to join in. Yeah, Norwegian, good job. Here, Nate, can you join in over here? I'll survive on my own on this side. Work, boys, work, 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 work. Hey, you gotta charge. You two gotta charge. Fight somebody. Come on. Come on. Work together. Work together. Good job. Way to bait that full send out. Come on, Chungus, go. There we go. There we go. Good job. Big full send. Keep her coming. Oh, that's a full send. Missed that. That's on me. Don't worry, recovered. Big boy, congratulations. It's good to hear. That's good to hear. All right, so we finish off this guy, then we can start to look down south. This is a problem area. These guys, I think, can do well enough over here. I'm worried about this being opened up. So 4 minutes is almost up for donations. So everyone who hasn't been able to donate, get ready. You're going to be able to donate. Tra, we need you to counterattack, bud. We need you to counterattack. Troops are on their way, my friend. I don't know who you are attacking or where your troops are going, but you need to be fighting the guy directly in front of you to avoid this exact scenario. I swear you're donating troops and you're not fighting. Okay, you're useless to the cause. Alligator, can you work backwards? You're under a lot of pressure. Okay, Allie, good. Let's donate Allie. Let's donate Allie. Allie's got their head on a swivel. I cannot tell if this person is working with us or is new. Or working against us or is just new. Donate me, I'm massive. See, we don't want to donate to someone who can take care of themselves when we have a problem area like this over here where we're like the entire backlines could collapse. Contest soon. All right, Sebastian, I do not need to know when contests are. That is not your role in chat. I do not give a crap. Do not say that. This is about the 4th time you said it. I'm going to blow up on you a little bit. We're in a freaking contest right now. Relax. We're just going to play the games we're going to play. If we miss a contest, so be it. Alrighty, we just donate to our last big guy over here. Who's this? That's Elliot. Go get him, Elliot. I believe in you. So we got Elliot. We got Torin. Those are our 2 big guys who are not cut off. Corgi, thanks for telling people to donate to that other guy. Ollie was getting on my nerves. Yeah, I'm not sure what was the plan with that guy, where his troops were going, because it didn't look like he was fighting anyone. I think he was legitimately donating the troops away rather than taking the fight himself, which could just be a miscommunication. But if you're ever on the front lines, you never donate your troops away unless we're calling like all hands on deck, everyone donate. Never donate your troops away. All right. Well done. Well done. I almost just quit without getting my points. Good job, boys. All right. Contest in 3 minutes, which surprisingly wasn't 30 seconds ago. Oh my God. All right. Anyways, let's do Flagel. Vietnam. Oh gosh. Is that not Afghanistan? Nailed it. Can you pick the shape of Afghanistan? I love how the world refuses to recognize that like government Afghanistan doesn't exist in anything other than paper. Like that flag is not the flag of Afghanistan anymore. But we keep using it. I have no idea what their emblem's going to be. Okay, there we go. Pick a flag of a country that neighbors Afghanistan. China neighbors it. Yeah. What's the estimated population? They got a big pop. 35 million. They used the Afghani for sure. All right, now we just wait for contest. Easy peasy. Where V has got me killed. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. That's DJ, probably one of the most skilled players in the game. So I doubt he let you get killed. I think you maybe just did a bad move and he didn't follow you. Like just without knowing all the facts, but just knowing the caliber of player DJ is, I don't think it was him just letting you die. Corgi, do you know what happened to Tokyo? No. I think at one point he got sick or hurt or something. And then I haven't talked to him in over a year, to be honest with you. What do you usually have for breakfast? Usually just a protein shake or nothing at all. I'm not a big breakfast guy. Sometimes you die. That's just how the game works. Yeah, but you got to think of it as not like, oh, I died. It's like, if you do everything right, you sacrifice yourself for the team. All right, we go top left, boys. We go Alaska, Northern Canada. Not Quebec. Not Quebec. Repeat. Not Quebec. Top left of the map. Got it going Quebec. Oh, thank God we made the running joke of 3 years in a row. Streamer says, don't go somewhere. Person goes, I go there. Well done. We did it again. We did it again, ladies and gentlemen. Just when you thought it wasn't going to happen, 42 minutes into the stream comes right back in. Right back in. The same joke. I've heard it every day for 3 years. Does it get old? Oh, it got old a long time ago. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it got so long ago. Alrighty, we got a large contingency of blue to work through. A lot of players have no idea where Canada is, which is just a failing of geography. It blows my mind how bad some people's geography can be. Like, I was watching the Burnt Peanut stream, and he was just like, there's a North Antarctica and a South Antarctica. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And it was like, and then like the other two streamers didn't know either. And then it was like a 10-minute debate of like, okay, they eventually figured out one of them was just the Arctic and one was Antarctica. And they couldn't figure out which one was which and which one had penguins. And it's just like, dear God. Oh my God. It's just like, I know people's geography can be bad, but not knowing about Antarctica and the Arctic Circle is kind of buck wild, right? Like, that seems like basic 101 stuff. You learn about the continents in like the 2nd grade and you learn that intel. You acquire said intel. I'm going to stop this attack because I'm going to need more gamers over here. All right, BB. I think I take a risk here. I'm going to try and get myself full Sentu. And then Andre in Greece, if you guys can start working on this guy, I'm going to join you. Join me. Join me. We all fight this guy. Okay, he full sends me. A little bit unfortunate. Little bit of targeting, I would say. Didn't make any sense to attack me in that situation, but we got to get this guy down. BB, can you abandon ship on blue and help us fight red? This is the real problem. Andre's in. Greece, are you in? Greece, are you in? Greece, calling Greece. Dr. Greece. Dr. Greece, wake up, Dr. Greece. Okay, I'm not going to cut off BB if I attack down here because he's got this northern border. Are you playing? Wake up. There we go. Jeez Louise. Just letting himself get assaulted by this. All right, I got 0 troops. Nothing happening there. Fortunately for us, this didn't slow us down. But, like, we're going to have a serious talk about how to plan out and where to go because we failed, like, 3 times in a row. And to be honest with you, we're getting lucky that it's not coming back to bite us in the butt. But we got to play smarter than this. Yeah, my bad. Stelios, what happened? Did you have to walk away from the computer for a minute? Corgi donate hacker. Do you think me in an active fight in the backlines at 3 minutes has a single troop to spare? My guy. Priority is always backlines first. If you're complaining about being on the front lines and not having any donations, it's because we don't have enough people in the back lines to do anything. 4 minutes in and now just finishing the back lines is an absolute disaster. This is how we lose games. This is how we can come in with overwhelming numbers and lose games, is because we don't have sound principles. Have your beard? Yes. I have a Make-A-Wish Foundation. You give me $1,000, I shave off my beard and I give it to you and you can make a wig out of it. I launched attack, but I was so weak. Were you attacking at 11% once a cycle? Because I was watching your borders and they didn't move at all. At all. Little victory there. Okay, get us out of here. All right, let's talk. Let's talk. Okay? Let's talk. When we are playing in a game, there are 2 sectors you go. When we call out the sector we're going, we said top left, or excuse me, yeah, top left, Alaska, Northern Canada. Every single person, no matter where you want to go, if you want to be frontline or backline, every single person puts down a marker in the top left region right here. Far top left. Far top left. Now, the reason we do this is something called the sunk cost fallacy, where if we have overwhelming numbers right away, teams will then leave and go spawn somewhere else, thus making our job here very easy. So then the people who want to go front lines can creep forward. Okay? The problem we're having is we're having over half our team immediately go to the front lines. Keep in mind, the frontline positions will always be available. All right? Now, the problem we're having is because we're not getting enough people in the back lines, we're having people come in the back lines and stay there. Now, the sunk cost fallacy is essentially like, if you've ever seen a bad movie that you didn't like, but you watched it to the end, you spent enough time committed to the idea of doing a thing that you will fulfill it all the way through. So when we have these people who have sunk time and committed in their brain to being in Alaska, because we gave them the opportunity, we didn't go in the top left immediately and overwhelmed them to the point where they would immediately bounce. No matter what happens, they're going to stay there. And we are now in a backline battle for 4 minutes, which means no one backlines can donate forwards. So again, wherever we go, we're going to call out a corner. You go to that corner. You hold until the bar is here. You see this? Just about halfway. And then start to move forward on the front lines. You guys can do so much for us if you help us clear out this back line so that we're not outnumbered in our own back lines and having to spend 4 minutes clearing it out. Stop being greedy, help us out here, and then go forwards. And then we can donate to you, and then you become stronger. Everyone wins. Everyone wins. Just a little bit of teamwork. We don't need to take a full 1/3 of the map immediately. No, it counter affects us because other teams, we can't effectively take a full third with 3 teams. Well, there'll be too many gaps. We need to tighten it up a little bit. Tighten it up a little bit. If you don't know how to play front lines, don't go there. I would say if you don't know how to play front lines, take a couple games, watch how people do it. But most important thing of front lines is that you spawn backwards first and then go forward so we can support you. That way you'll have a better opportunity to succeed because you have a lot more troops coming in. All right. For this one, we go England. This is a pretty easy one. Everyone knows where England is. The only thing we want to avoid is we don't want to have a 2-front war. So we're going to get England. We're going to push up into Scotland and then go over into Ireland. If you're on this eastern side, play defense against the Irish people and we donate up north. You do not want to boat over to Ireland because we don't want to have 2-front war. We just want England to push up to Scotland and then go over to Ireland. Easy. Easy. This might be the last contest. No, there'll definitely be another one. There'll be the 11 o'clock one we can do. Good kind of backline support. I like this. I like our numbers. I think we have a good section of the map. This is always an easy one for us though, because we just say we get England. Everyone goes exactly where England is. It's a perfect size. We chase, and a lot of players want to go over to Ireland. We avoid that trap and we win. Nice and easy. All right, so we've got three targets we got to keep an eye on, is these three guys here that we need to eliminate as quickly as possible. Hello, Aberdeen. Good to see you. What is Aberdeen? Is that like a football club? I'm not going mentally dumb, right? That's a football team in England. Okay. I can't fight you, so I fight you instead. 11% wants a cycle. Stay active, boys. Find someone to attack and attack them. We overwhelm with numbers. I'm looking at you two and going, why are we not fighting this guy? Good job. IQ. KIQ, whatever your name is. If somebody could boat over and help little cat boy. How we doing? We're doing fine. Remember, we push up into Scotland, boys. That's priority number one. Good boating on Mover. And Aberdeen also boated over there, and I'm doing the same thing, just immediately getting involved. Let's all try and fight this guy. Good job. Good job. That's what you love to see. Okay. You guys can get that. We got to finish things up here. So far looking good. Boat defense. Boys, if you're on this side of the map, you got to play boat defense. So we don't have something like this happen. If we can get anyone to help fight that over there. Little cat boy, God bless. Who's this? Corgi here? You got to play boat defense. Good job. How are we doing in Scotland? Not amazing. We don't have a single champion over here. Guys, if you're on the front lines, you just got to keep in mind that your tactics are going to be different. You want to save up. Good, we have that island. Nice. Good job, wall. Way to defend, way to defend. How are we doing in Scotland? We're not doing the best. 3 minutes is... Alligator is a good target to donate to. He's probably our only one. I don't know, our strongest players are kind of over here, so I think we might want to start boating over into Ireland. Because this is not a two-front war, this is all us against Red. So I would say boating over is not a problem. We take away their donation base. Four minutes is up. Everyone can donate. Everyone can donate. Pedestrian walked in front of a dual caraway and got hit by a lorry and died. Thank you for bringing that intel to the stream. That was very vital. That was very vital intel. What a touching story. Good comment. What a touching story. Wow. Very inspiring. Very inspiring. I think the moral of the story is bus bigger than man. Don't go in front of bus. I mean, I feel like everyone's taught as a child, and maybe like he wasn't, and that was his downfall. So like look both ways before you cross the street, and maybe he just didn't. Maybe he didn't know that. So PSA to all involved. This is a PSA for everyone. Before you cross the street, you want to look both ways for traffic. We'll save a life here, right now. Perhaps a heart-touching story. You know, has there been a more inspiring story than such? Some would say Seabiscuit. Alas, no. Man run over by lorry. Or I'll even do that in the bike lanes. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like you take the average person and then realize how stupid they are and be like, you're going to trust everybody to follow the rules of the road? No way, man. I look both ways when I cross a one-way street. Like, I ain't going to die here because I refuse to, like, because I'm too trusting in humanity. Jeez. Thank you for the very useful story. I'm passing the road right now. Thank you for the advice. You're welcome. You're welcome. How do you not get ads? Probably because I'm on PC and not mobile. I think mobile gets ads. I saw somebody get put into an ambulance on my way to school. Oh my gosh. So one time when I was in Fort Collins, I was in college. Our college had this big place called the Oval, which is like they planted a bunch of trees and there was a bunch of buildings around there from when the school was incepted in like 1900. So these trees are over 100 years. And we had an unseasonably early snowstorm in like early October, almost like September. And why that's dangerous is because, you know, fall, the leaves fall off the trees. The reason they do that is because if snow falls on the trees, it clumps up if the leaves are still there and adds a bunch of weight and then like can tear off branches and stuff. So I was like walking my way to a university, to my class through the Oval, and they had this big area taped off. And I go, dang, what happened there? I learned later that like 5 minutes after my class started, which was unfortunate timing, every class was canceled because where they were just taped off, one of those giant 100-year branches fell off and hit a woman. And you might be thinking, wow, that's really sucks for her. But I'm looking at it and being like, I think she just got free tuition. Like for life, dude. She's set. Why couldn't the branch hit me? I volunteer as tribute. Frick, man. Lobby 2 time? No. We got a minute. We're going to do this contest and then we're going to jump into lobby 2. These touching stories are becoming overwhelming, right? All right, contest is up. We go bottom right, boys. Such a heart-touching story everyone is telling. True, dude. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hold on. I'm going to try and get a dog in here. Here we go. We got one. Come here. Come here. Do you think you're in trouble? Hello. Hello, dog. Dog. Oh, dog. See, I think he thinks he's in trouble. Yeah, he's leaving. I don't know, man. He's leaving. Is that the mysterious ranger? Yes. You may have noticed I took his collar off because I was so tired of every time I were recording, he'd come up and go with his collar. Corgi, what did you do to him? He seems terrified. I think it's just because I'm being loud because I'm streaming. And he's always been a little bit of a cowardly dog. But that dog is spoiled AF. Corgi fat? True, dude. True. At least I'm not a stream sniper though, right? Am I right, though? What's worse, being fat or having no life? Got him. Got him. My enjoyment is finding a streamer online and spawning right next on top of him. Ha 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 ha. Cool. You got me, kid. Oh, and you full send me. Oh, that really got me. Oh, that got me. You silly goose. You're so funny. You're so funny. Oh my god, how'd you get so funny? You probably have so many friends. Yeah, let's see if I can leave a little pathway for these two to connect. Wonderful. All right, let's unite, boys. Ape together strong. We get rid of this guy really quickly. Grease. There we go. In a minute, GN33. We're going after the easier target first. There's the full send. Go, boys. That works out perfectly. Now we just do the same thing against red. We do the same thing against red. There we go. Come on, comedy. You can be brave. If I can do it with 50,000 troops, you can do it with 120. All right. Wonderful. Good job. Much better backlines. We're doing very good. He's probably stream sniping. He was definitely stream sniping, which is like, hey man, life's been tough, but I've never been so dedicated to like hating things that like I would actively engage in with them. Go find something else to do. Corgi low-key defeating Ebola. I wonder if Ebola was overhyped or if it really wasn't a threat at all. Because like it just seemed like we were on top of it so quickly and it never was an issue, right? But it seemed like it was gonna be a pandemic. The news made it out to be like the world is ending. The news made Ebola seem to be what like COVID eventually was. Oh, mission failed on that front. We just gotta hold out till we get the 3-minute mark. We're gonna need donations over on this side for Corgi Wa. Buddy, you're gonna need to start charging. You're at your maximum interest. Believe that we're gonna give you troops. Believe. All you gotta do is just believe. We want to fight red, boys. Red is our targets. If you can fight blue or red, fight red. Yeah, not a lot we're going to be able to do over here until we get to the 4-minute mark and we get our unlimited donations. Nate, you got to be saving up. Nate, no, bud. Look up north. You shouldn't be donating. All right, who's this? That guy's got 1 million too. All right, 15 seconds. We just got to hold out for 15 seconds, then we start donating, boys. All right, donate. Eastern side over here. If you can fight Omen Cold, fight him. Otherwise, donate. Scaramucci is probably a good one to donate to. We win these. Everyone just be patient. Attack once a cycle unless you're way above your red interest. Good job, Wah. Leading a charge for us. Love to see it, bud. Plenty of troops to deal with the problems over here. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Well done. Well done. As long as this problem is contained on that side, it's fine. We can get up north into a lot of this stuff over here, which would be very helpful. Yeah, life's looking pretty good for us. Okay, this is a problem. That's Yazov too. Yeah, Big Chungus. We'll get some donations over there. We just need to push up north into this faster than they can push into our back lines. Which we are winning. These two are about to fall, which means all this is going to be exposed. How many troops does Yazov have? 1 million, and Valor has 3 million. Okay, problems arising. All hands on deck. This is an all hands on deck. Unless your name is Bosnian Mapper. Everyone donate to Taran. Taran, you gotta fight. You gotta fight the crown. Everyone donate to Taran. That's not the crown, Taran. Not the crown, bud. Everyone donates to Taran. Everyone does it. Taran, you gotta have a little bit of troop management, though. Good job here. Just keep taking out this 284 guy. Good job. Good. Bosnian, how you doing up north? You're being slowed down by the blue team who's working against us as well. We have 54% of the map, though, so life is still good. Just be patient and keep donating, boys, and we'll be fine. But I don't know when your mission got confused as to who you're fighting. If you're on the front lines, stop donating death, buddy. Look, right in front of you. If you can fight big guy, fight big guy. Here, can you work down south and get into this blue guy? We don't need to fight red anymore. We need to get down south. We need you over here. We need you down south. Need you down south, bud. Please send a boat. We're gonna lose the game, guy, if you don't boat. 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 Go. Stop fighting this guy. Go down south. Hello? Down south? No, better get that guy out of the way. Good call, good call. That was like the reason we were losing. Corgi, your front lines now? Oh, buddy, I ain't gonna do anything. I got 40,000 troops. What'd you want me to do? All right. I can point out the reasons we lost this game. Taran, bud, even though you're getting donated to, you got to keep an eye on this. You got to know what your red interest is. So if like your red interest is 1.9 million. So if you are on the front lines and we're saying you're the guy we're telling to charge, you attack once a cycle at 11% unless you go way above that 1.9 million. Like if you're at 2.3, then you can attack for more percentage, not more frequency. Here, you got to be paying attention and looking at the rest of the board, okay? That's got to be priority number one. We got to be able to take care of that. Third thing is, guys, we got to spawn where we need to spawn and then quickly move up north. I trust y'all would send millions. Trust but verify is what I would say, Taran. Trust but verify. Trust we're going to give you the troops, but verify. Corgi angry? Oh, not angry at all. The only person I'm angry with is this guy, who has the IQ of a goldfish, I will say. Just the IQ of a goldfish. All right, let's move on to lobby 2. Settings, lobby 2, back. This is an angry Corgi, this is Coach Corgi. No, there is like, there's always going to be this cultural difference. Cultural and language difference. And it happens all the time. Is like, Americans will no American is looking at what just happened and be like, oh, he's so angry, he's so angry. But like if you're from a community where or culture where like being direct is considered being angry, then yeah, I probably appear angry to you, but I promise you I'm not angry. Yeah, take off tags, boys. Take off tags. We're doing a team game, so everyone's got to take off your tags. We have 10 corgis in here, boys. Everyone, please take off your tags. We will wait for you, I promise. We will wait for you, I promise. But just know from a cultural perspective, Americans are a lot more direct than other cultures. So for us, that's not being angry. That's just us being efficient. Can I keep mine for points? You get 0 points for lobby 2, so please take them off. There are no points awarded for lobby 2 games. Yeah, lobby 2 doesn't get any points, so there's still 6 of us. Guys, we cannot play a game with 6 of us still with the tags on. I'd rather go on to... Here's the thing. Take off the tags now, or we go on to Domination. How about that? Let's pull the nuclear option. Redacted W, Redacted 87, Kurdistan. Who else is still here? Sup, FR. Everyone's tags go off. Everyone's tags go off, even if you're one off. Everyone's tags gone. Who just redacted me? Sebastian. Take off your tag. If your name is redacted, they're trying to get your tag off, but they don't realize that redacting it doesn't take the tag off. So that is a message to you to take off your tag. All right, we have until 11:15. If these 5 people don't take off tags, we're switching to Domination. As 1 minute. 1 minute. If we're not gonna listen, we're not gonna play. If we're not going to listen, we're not going to play. Don't ruin it for the rest of us. I would agree. I would agree. Let me just take care of this one. Offensive name. There you go. Now you're redacted. How stupid are you? All right, now we can wait for a good team. 3 people is not going to ruin our day. When it's 6 people, it's just like, come on, we're not even going to get a good game. All right, let's do Africa. Hey, Corgi. Hey, Craft. How are you? All right, let's rumble, boys. Craft, how'd you do in today's GeoGrid? I thought it was tough with the top 20 wheat producers. Like, the only ones I could come up with was like Russia, Ukraine. Apparently, Iran is a top 20 wheat producer. 32 also got 9 legendaries. Okay, so you crushed it. You knew who produces wheat. Good call. I haven't done GeoGrid yet. Don't spoil it. Yeah. You have until the end of the day, or you have until stream starts to spoil it. It's kind of like being like, I haven't seen this movie that came out 2 years ago. Could you please not spoil it? Wheat? Yeah, top 20 wheat producers in the world. That one got me. And then observes daylight savings time. I was really on one trying to figure that one out. Elliot, you're gonna feel like a champion taking me out, but just know that I was stream sniped right off the bat. So, you know, feel free to do it, but I wish I could have fought you at full strength. About the weed, I must have gotten that category in the past because I remember 3 legendary answers. No, brother, you can do it. You can do it. You can take me out. When it's a good move for you, feel free to. Don't feel bad about it at all. Yep. All right, black team's in a good position right now. They are actually in a legendary position. Yellow and red, unless one of them falls really quickly, they're going to cannibalize each other. Green could maybe make something happen over here just with this corner. But I think black is kind of the runaway victor right now. So we're going to have to see a coalition of people against black. Otherwise, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble here. All right, Kasan, again, you can't, you have until stream starts to do the GeoGrid without spoilers, because otherwise it's free game. All right, who we got over here are our champions. We got Cold, we got Big Chungus, we got Div Buster, we got Sarah on the front lines. Gonna be an interesting one. Red needs to get rid of Annis down here. That needs to be their priority number 1, because they can get 1 to 2 big donators, but they can't do that until Annis is gone. Hacker Bud, I cannot believe that is such a throw for your team. Ooh, that completely changes the landscape of red being able to win this to now I think yellow wins it. That's real bad. I mean, yellow's gotta, if yellow's gotta push down here, everyone's gotta be kind of concerned with the black team at this point. They have 32%. So if I'm looking at this board and seeing that one team has 33%, this is the mark where everyone should be piecing out with everyone to fight black. Because if you can't do that, then they're going to run away with the game. Am I still alive? Have I been getting donated to, or is this just I'm such a nuisance to these two? Jeez Louise. All right, yellow's now fighting black, blue's fighting black. Green and red don't have a way in, which is unfortunate for them. You got to get a big boat. Elliot's their best chance to kind of do that. I don't know. This drama between red and yellow is, I think, short-sighted. Because black is still gaining percentage, and what you're doing is taking away donations from the yellow team to get involved. I mean, maybe if Alligator can get one more attack in here so that he could fight black, that might be worthwhile. But continuing on to fight yellow, I don't know, is a good move, because that just inspires Capybara instead of donating to then fight a red player. How are we doing on the front? I mean, black is still pushing ahead. They still have 36%. Who is this one lone red player? There we go. The red team's now finally fighting black. That's a big win for the board. Everyone that's not on the black team. Oh, Elliot's now got a way in to fight Big Chungus. I mean, we'll see if he gets help. Hopefully the entirety of the green team is donating to him. I'm gonna be honest with you, Cool, bigger picture, you don't need to be involved. It'd be a lot more helpful fighting or donating to Elliot, but now that you got borders, you should fight him. I don't think that was a good move. But now the green, at least you have a 1-2 punch with Elliot up here. Black team knocked down 2 percentage. They're at 34%. Still the biggest threat on the board for sure. But they definitely are starting to flounder a little bit. Yellow is starting to emerge as a much bigger champion with Rainbow Bees. The problem is, as soon as this friendship between red and yellow's over, yellow's very exposed. Everyone on the yellow front lines is essentially on, or no one on the yellow team is on the back lines. All right, now yellow. Now it's kind of equalized. Green team, I still think has to fight Big Chungus, but yellow is getting a little bit concerning. We'll see what red does here if they're able to get more of a foothold, taking out more of the players on the black team. How much do they want to get rid of? Now we're starting to move away from black being the threat into yellow being the threat. A big threat for sure. What does the domination start today? Are you asking what country we're doing? Dr. Nate? Yeah. Looks like Antigua and Barbados. All right, how are we doing? Black and yellow are kind of the big 1-2s here. Who's this that came down? Div Buster came over here and just eliminated Elliot. Now we're kind of in who's who of fighting. Yellow team's kind of winning the fight down here against red, which would be devastating for everyone if yellow is able to get all this. Looks like V's trying to boat in here to fight Capybara. Was in a bad position. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. He's in a bad position. Just in the middle of the map, separating the two global superpowers from each other. I'm an island boy now. True. There's a very small chance blue can win this. I mean, the way blue wins this is if everyone else on the board messes up, which, to be honest with you, doesn't happen in these Lobby 2 games. If this was a regular game where there's a lot more new people or people who didn't know what to do, sure, blue could win this. But realistically, blue doesn't win. This map has 3 continents, by the way. It does not have... Oh, I guess you're right. It has a little bit of Europe, Asia, and then Africa. You're correct. I will accept this. At first, my brain was like, he's saying Africa's 3 continents, and I was about to be like, what the hell? What the hell, bro? Maybe Wa does have a chance of winning this, because... Rainbow Beast has got to worry about the black team. Wa can go down through here. It's possible. It's possible he merges. Africa's 2 continents. You're probably one of those people who I was making fun of earlier, who was just like, yeah, there's a North Antarctica and a South Antarctica. Corgi, what's your opinion on the first week of the Six Nations? I can't watch it, so I can't follow it. Is Ireland doing good? That's all I really care about. Is Ireland doing good, and is Italy still garbage? I'm imagining the answer to Italy still being garbage is of course. How are they even part of the Six Nations? How do I tell you? Oh no, tell me what? Is Italy somehow good now? Do it for us, Wa. I mean, he's made spectacular plays. Spectacular plays. Basically, Ireland lost to France, England obliterated Wales, and Italy chalked a win against Scotland. Wow. I mean, Ireland losing to France. France has a really good rugby team. Italy beating, which I imagine that's the word chalk means for you. Scotland. This does not bode well for Scotland. Can you do multiplayer of Domination? No, we're kind of over that. We're past that. Another fun fact, GeoGrid also counts Spain as part of Africa. Oh, yeah. It must count the enclaves. Justice for the enclaves. Everyone needs to focus on blue now. See, that's your mistake, is you're looking at who has the crown, not who has the big board percentage. Everyone should be focusing on black. Black has 37%. That's the threat. You don't really start worrying about who has the crown until you're down to the top 3 teams. And Egypt has a part of Asia. Yeah, I did know that. He was big? Yeah, no, I get what you're saying is he was the crown. He's very big and scary. But you really need to keep an eye on this. Because, like, this is what gets ignored and wins games. Is board percentage. Kazakhstan, Georgia, and Azerbaijan count as Europe. I did know that. I learned Kazakhstan counted as part of Europe, like, 2 weeks ago. And I think I learned it from you, to be honest with you. I did not know Kazakhstan was a part of Europe. I'm surprised Rainbow B is still fighting blue. When he's getting attacked by the black team. Interesting. There's an app called BBC Sports. I'm nearly certain international, and you can listen to the commentaries for the games. I hate listening to the games though, because I'm gonna be straightforward with you. Rugby's kind of a confusing sport when you don't have the visuals to go off what's happening. Like American football, you could get away with. Baseball, you could get away with because there's like stoppages. Well, like rugby's just pure chaos for like 90 minutes. To even like to understand how like the lines working, how the crosses work and stuff, and like it to me, I'm not, even though I played rugby, even when I played rugby, there'd be times where it'd be like, I don't even know what's going on, but I know I'm needed in a scrum on the other side of the field. Like there was one game, Jesus Christ, where like we had a scrum, we'd throw it out the other side of the field, there'd be some penalty, and I'd be called across the field to do another scrum. And we did this like 5 or 6 times. And it was like at the end of that, like the 5th time, I just went to the ref and be like, you need to stop. It's like, he's like, what? It's like, just let us play. Who cares? This is exhausting. Like, come on, man. Jesus Christ. It was like, this is all fun and games for the people who are the wings and stuff. But for us of those in the trenches, just let the game go. All right, now we got an interesting game. It's technically a 4-way. We play until the 20-minute mark, so we got 5 minutes left. Yellow needs to go into black. I mean, it's kind of his only move, but the problem is black's bigger than him. Yellow's the smallest right now. If blue was fighting black, then maybe. But I think yellow's best move is just kind of grabbing what you can until the board flips. Until people naturally want to fight black, which is kind of now. Azerbaijan is Asian culture and Armenia is European culture. What do you mean by European culture? Europe, I feel like, is a continent that doesn't have like a continental culture. Nor does really anything besides like the Americas. Everyone needs to stop fighting blue. Yeah. I mean, I think blue needs to. I think blue's best move would be if you could convince green to stop fighting him. But green's going all in. Is Rainbow Bees is fighting black when I think he, like, even though he doesn't get as much out of it, he needs to shift the crown back to black, which means he needs to fight green. Man, this game is so up in the air. Yeah, this really is. The crown has changed hands so many times. Like, I thought Cool was out of it for most of this game, but he's coming back with a vengeance. Armenia was the first country to adopt Christianity as its religion. Coptic Christianity. What is the difference between Coptic Christianity? Like, not to get like religious, just out of curiosity. What's the difference? What do Coptic Christians believe that's different? I don't know how we're all just kind of ignoring green at this point, who's got like twice as many troops, but the hatred runs strong. I don't know. I just know there's a large Coptic Christian population in Egypt. Yeah, I knew that, but I have no idea what like it's part of Orthodoxy. It's based out of Copticism. You may not know this, but when you're trying to like define a word, you can't use the word in the definition, otherwise that kind of doesn't help. Right? Like, what's running mean? It's like, oh, when you're actively running. Like, okay. What does running mean? What does Coptic mean? What does it mean to be Coptic? There's got to be some baseline belief that they have that the rest of the world doesn't. Wow. Wa has turned this around on green so fast. Which is going to be tough if Rainbow Bees can't get a border on Wa. And right now it's kind of looking like that. We got 1 minute left. 1 minute left, ladies and gentlemen. What a back and forth game. Sometimes you get in these awkward stalemates where it's like three people just boating into each other, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Not this one. This has been chaos. There hasn't been a rhyme or reason to like half the things that have happened here. It's just happened. Vengeance be upon thee. All right. 30 seconds left. Black has the crown. Rainbow Bee's still going in on blue because I think his best move at the end of the day is going to be full sending black, so he wants to go in on blue ahead of that. 20 seconds left. He's going into black. Looks like everyone's basically even around 140,000 pixels. It's going to be a real close one. Anyone can win this. It's going to be about the full sends. Looks like most people are going to want to full send black, or the two competitors on the outside are going to want to full send inwards. We'll see what black does. That could play spoilers. Oh, the full send goes early. Rainbow Bees wins it. Oh! Great game. Great game. Great game, Rainbow Bees. Alrighty. Let's get ready for our battle royale. I'm just going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Hold on. I promised treats. Here's a treat for you. Hobbs, you want a treat? You have to come here. Look, dogs. Dogs. We love dogs. Good boy. He came out. Oh, he's been sunbathing. These dogs, man, they live hard lives. Hard lives. Just sunbathing all day. Okay, let's look for a good free-for-all map. I was gonna say Africa, but we just did Africa. Yeah. Who let the dogs out? Dude, first CD I ever bought with my own money. Let me tell you, we went to the Rugrats movie and Who Let the Dogs came on, all the kids were singing along. They loved it. Zombies die. Die in a black hole of despair, BB, for suggesting that. How dare thee? How dare thee come into this good neighborhood and bring your heresy? Baja Man? You don't gotta tell me. I know about the Baja Man. Oh my god. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Desert. Desert. We're getting wild with it. Desert free for all. Go, 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 go. Desert, desert, desert. My first CD was Lou Bega. I'm trying to even think what songs he sang. What was everyone's first CD? Mine was the Baja Man. Well, I guess, I don't know. You kids probably don't even buy songs anymore because you just get the streaming service. You'll never know the despair of ruining the family computer with LimeWire. Mambo number 5? That's 2 Mambos number 5? Buddy, come on. Let's just stop doing this. Go somewhere that you can enjoy the internet. You obviously don't like it here. It's just like a kid complaining that he's in detention is like, you can go home. I'm like, no one's forcing you to be here. No, that was Lou Bega? Oh, okay. Is he a one-hit wonder? I've never heard of a song. I've heard of Mambo number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mambo number 5. A little bit of man. The Vinga Boys? Dude. Well done. Well done, huh? You big rave boy, huh? This is where the real judgment comes in. You know, your childhood, like, decision making on full display. What was the first CD you bought? Was never a good call, right? You never get something you're proud of. Like, dang, man. Eiffel 65? Were they the I'm Blue guys? Who sings I'm Blue? Abadida abadai. Yeah, Eiffel 65. I nailed that one. Well done, Corgi Circus. That was a big hit back in the day. Oh my gosh, I'm Blue. What nation will be Domination today? Antigua and Barbuda. Which I'm pretty sure we haven't done before. Barbuda, excuse me. Bro, why am I redacted? Because there's a kid who can't get attention in his regular life who's just like, let me force my attention upon thee. The youngins will never know the joy of get 10 CDs for $1. The youngins will never know the joy of now that's what I call music. The first girl I ever dated collected those. Oh man. What an idiot. She could have collected Pokemon cards. Alright, where are our big guys? We got Cold in the corner. We got Simon over here. We got Elliot in the middle. We got BB down south. I got full sense of my chances of doing anything in this game are pretty much nothing. Or stream snipe. Oh, I wish I collected those stupid things. There's not going to be any buyer's market for that, you know? Other than, sick. Okay, cool. They all launched like 3 attacks. I launched 1. I get full sin. That's why I don't like lobby 2, is because it's like unfair, ridiculous treatment. Is like, okay, so I don't even get to play the game? Sick. The thing I wish I had collected more in my youth was Pokemon cards. Could you imagine? Having like $100,000 Charizard just hanging out. Man down, man down. Fair game, BB, fair, or Rainbow Beast, fair game. I will full send you, but you get my land. Good luck. Beats the heck out of the Beanie Babies. Oh my god. I forgot about Beanie Babies. I did have a collection of Beanie Babies somewhere. I remember I was so, like, I bought the John Elway collectible Beanie Baby. I was like, this is going to be worse. My 9-year-old brain was like, this is going to be worth a lot someday. The John Elway Beanie Baby, baby. What is that even worth? Hold on, I got to Google that now. What is the John Elway Beanie Baby worth? Hold on. I gotta find the right one. What is the white John Elway Beanie Baby worth? Worth $21. $21. Let's go. That's probably close to what I paid for it. Inflation wise, definitely took a bath on that one. Man, how the Beanie Baby phase died up. At least, hey, life might be going bad for you, but at least you won't be forever remembered as that couple who poured out their Beanie Baby collection in divorce court and then separated it in front of the judge. There's all kind of fads, collections. Pogs, for example. Oh, Pogs are sick, though. Pogs are sick. It looks like we got Simon going after Elliot. It's a good move. Full send on him. Cole looks like he's kind of been stalled out here in the corner. Div Buster going to get a little bit of land off this. That's a big full send into Simon. I mean, he's big enough, but like there's a coalition building against him. You can feel it. It'll be a little bit rough here. Team up on Simon. I mean, good luck. I don't think the team up's going to happen until later in the game. Simon's switching target off blind, going into Div Buster. I think he's trying to keep away from Cold for as long as possible. Clear up maybe this corner before he gets borders on him. Cold needs borders with the crown. Yeah, and I think that's why Simon stopped attacking I'm blind. The old starting lineup figurines. I don't even know what you're talking about with that one. Starting lineup figurines. Oh, they're football, or they're like sports players. Yep, those are worth nothing. A lot of focus on Simon. Meanwhile, Cold is stolen the crown. And carrying a lot of momentum. Black team's winning. True, dude. True. They're totally winning. I think Divbuster's living in a dream world right now. It's like, I'm going to take out Simon. It's like, I don't think so. Meanwhile, Rainbow Beast is taking over the corner. Now we're starting to see some fighting against Cold. Simon and Cold will finally get a border on each other if Simon continues to keep knocking down Divbuster. And there's the full send on Simon, so no collective borders between those two. Not yet, anyways. It'd be interesting if Simon feels like he needs to get this border, or if he feels like he has time against Rainbow Beast. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I think he has time. I don't think you need to rush this. You really only need one player on the board to help you fight Cold. And Rainbow Beast, I don't think would be it. So I'd probably fight him. We've entered the Cold War era. I mean, it's definitely proxy states, buffer states for sure. Simon's completely stopped, which is not the move. You definitely want to be making a move somewhere just to continue to keep shaking things up, because Cold is getting the advantage. It's like he's going to push down. Ooh, I don't know about that one. I would have certainly left, yeah, room for Simon to get past. I think this is a little bit premature, but definitely could work out either way. Poor Rainbow Beast. I mean, he's biding his time. Don't think he's not going to, like, pounce on it. Remember, he almost won last game. Or he did win last game. How is it to have some normal human interaction? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Now it's going to be slowly destroying the buffer states. I mean, because, like, if I'm Simon, the only person I don't want to see fall is Bosnian. And that's why Cold is attacking him. I think this move should have happened a while ago, because you could have reacted to fighting this. I mean, if you're talking a race, though, there's plenty of time for Simon to take out Rainbow Bees, for sure. You got a renter, right? Oh, no, I haven't started. The renting process hasn't started. The house is still in progress. But you guys know I like hang out with my friends every week, right? Like multiple times a week. Like I do see people quite frequently. Not just I don't just like go to sleep when I'm not live, right? All right, now we're starting to see Simon go against Cold. Dawn has emerged as kind of the third big guy, which is definitely interesting. Ooh, still going after Bosnian. Clears him out of the way. Bosnian's chances are done. Simon sitting with 39%, almost a victory. I'm going to go ahead and say it could be a victory if IQ doesn't go against Simon, but I think the chances of that happening are basically zero. I mean, these two have enough troops to be able to knock him down, so I don't know. It is the battle of the big guys for sure. Now, if I'm Dawn, I want to get Cold and Simon pretty equal, and then see if I can finish off like the fourth other small guy. I figured you were either streaming, editing, or sleeping all the times. Yes. This is me. This is who I am. Now we're starting to see Simon fall down. He was up at 37%. Now he's at 32%. IQ can play Kingmaker. I mean, he could have earlier. I think his role's diminished. Yep, there he goes. I think he needed to start fighting with Simon earlier. And he could have played Kingmaker. Now we're sitting in a battle of kings. Your Corgi's only friends? Damn. That would suck. Friends with you guys? You, right? Gross. No, I'm kidding. I play. I jest. Alrighty. Are we going into full Cold War? I think we're full Cold War. Alright, we'll play this one to the 16-minute mark. We're not going to sit around here. I understand no one wants to make a move. We'll put a little bit of urgency on it. We're playing until the 16-minute mark. 8 minutes of seesaw battle? Yeah. When the map stops moving, we shorten the time. So 16-minute mark. Gives everyone time to make moves. Go for the win. But also adds a sense of urgency. Looks like everyone's kind of content on fighting Simon, but we're down to the last 2 minutes. Don's taken the crown. Don has been the comeback kid. I mean, Simon and Cold were big from the beginning. Don's been the one that really had to fight his way through the trenches to get here. And so far, so good. I like this boat from Don, making sure that, like, if Simon does full send, he gets a big chunk of that. I don't necessarily agree with this boat up here. This really doesn't accomplish a lot for you. Especially as Cold as the crown and pulling away pretty fast. I don't think you want to be angering Simon. Yeah, Don's finally realizing, wait a minute. That's the big guy down there. But they're pretty equal. Cold has won this now? I don't think so. I wouldn't rule out Don. Last minute, though. Last minute. Simon now gets to play Kingmaker. And Simon is, in fact, going after Don. No, I was just about to say, is Simon shoring up his borders? Or is he fully attacking Don? He's fully attacking Don. Cold might win this. I don't think Simon really has a chance of winning this game just because he's below 160,000 pixels, which means no matter how the full send goes, it won't go in his favor. Here we go. Last 15 seconds. Who's going to win? Remember, he got his full send before. Who has the crown at the beginning of the 16-minute mark? Right now, Don has the advantage. We'll see if that holds. Big attack from Cold. 2 seconds left. No one seems to realize. And Cold wins. Well done. Well done. Well done. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We will be taking a short break as I get another coffee. And we'll be starting our long-awaited return to Domination. Let's load up the game. Only a mile, 514 hours in this game. Okay, and with that, I will be right back. set up here. Brothers, welcome back to Domination. Today we're going to be playing as the most upvoted country from the last video, which was Antigua. Oh, hold on. Antigua and Barbuda, which is a legendary start. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're starting with here. So we are the 181st GDP, 189 in population, GDP per capita 56, which is not good. Military power is 156, which means we have no military. Now we started with 2.9 million and 56 million in research. So we're going to put that to good use whenever you have a small population. The best thing you can do right away is just pump in a ton of points into military research. And then do we have enough to get robots? We do. Perfect. Let's grab that. So we have drones and robots that we can play with right away. That's going to be our starting military. We will use our population to get tanks. Oh, we can only get 72. Ooh, not good. So we actually get 0 tanks there. Let's buy a couple units of drones, a couple units of robots. Let's buy as many planes as... Ooh, do we want to spend $1 million on... Let's just spend 1 million on planes. 500 is fine. And then continue on the path of robots and drones until we run out of money, which we effectively have. Now, is it worthwhile to save some of that money and see if we can get an alliance with a big country? Let's check out our diplomacy really quickly. Anyone want to be friends with us? United States is almost friends with us, but they would want 22 million to be official friend, which is ridiculous. Let's check out the big kind of players we usually could find. Russia wants 3.9 million. China, 12 million. India, 5 million. Brazil, 1.4. Mexico, affordable. Let's get that alliance with Mexico. Boom. That should take up our exchange rate. Not a ton, but at least a little bit. We have another 400,000 to spend. Let's just go ahead and get that on one more unit of killer robots. So with that being said, let's get another 40k of drones. We want to really max out on the amount we're spending. Now we are a democracy. We're going to bring down military service. Never really useful. I don't think a liberator is going to be that useful either. So let's bring that down here. We're going to want the cash more than anything else, but being a democracy will be nice. Let's bring down social spending. Let's get to a percentage growth. Military spending we're going to want to bring up for effectiveness. 2.5% growth is fine. R&D though, I'd like to kick up here a little bit. I wouldn't, in kind, we could bring down liquidity. Call that a good set of budget there. And let's see what our options are going to be. What kind of big countries we could attack. I'm looking mainly at like Dominican Republic. What do we really need? We need population and to lower our GDP. So Haiti would be a really good one for us to get. So would Jamaica. Cuba would be nice if we had a military to start off with, but we don't. Panama is always a great one to get, but I think they might be friends. They have no friends. Okay, so we're probably going after these two countries first as kind of our easy attack targets. Now, what do we need for reactive armor is 4.16, and then for combat training, yeah, so we'll get reactive armor first. Oh, but Venezuela is also falling. If we could get into Venezuela, that'd be great. We have some robots. We don't really have enough to fight. Oh my gosh, the United States is going incredibly aggro here. Is there anything worthwhile taking in Venezuela that's still remaining? We could potentially grab the capital. I think we take our troops and we just aim for this city. Hopefully the United States does most of the heavy lifting and we get some of the rewards. That's all we're really looking for here. Anything to bolster our GDP. Frick. That rebel's just too big. China's at war with us. Oh, because they're friendly with they're friendly with Venezuela. That's not good. But a war between China and the United States isn't exactly a bad thing for us. at the beginning. In fact, it pushes us over to becoming friends with the United States, which pushes our exchange rate up to 71%, which is much more effective for us. So yeah, we gotta wait for more things to come in before we can really play a military guy. But we'd really like the capital. Yeah, realistically, not gonna be able to get any of that. Portugal's already claimed Haiti. Let's jump over here and grab Jamaica. That's the only thing we can really effectively do at this point. We need something at the beginning of the game here. Boom, that helps us out a little bit. Can we go over to Africa and grab anything? No, the United States has kind of already ransacked a lot of this. Mauritania's still on the table, but I think they are part of the... No, not really. Oh my gosh, so much has happened at the beginning of this game. Everything's gone buck wild. We need troops. We need troops. We need to stop being tempted to do things when we have 0 troops. What's with the new setup? Also, I'm back, nerds. Welcome back, Zero Winter. Oh, please tell me he didn't disable them. What, the alerts while I'm doing a recording? Yes, they are disabled. I'm sorry you wasted your message on that, but you did get a new membership. Congratulations. Frick. 20 months is 1 year and 8 months, right? Correct. Oh, if Nigeria falling though, we gotta... Man, we're missing out on a ton of great opportunities. Excuse me, Argentina has 0 troops? I hate to say it, we're gonna rush over to Argentina. Argentina is a great economy play. They're 26 in GDP. We're not gonna go after their capital because they're gonna spawn too many rebels. No, in fact, I think we do. Just push it. Ah, get out here, rebel. And if we get any reinforcements, we bring them on board as soon as we can. That's already moved us up to 52nd in GDP just off this small section. That's what we like to see. Now there's a ton to get here. We just need to be patient. In fact, bring these guys back. We don't have any... They're not going to be able to fight anything. Let's wait until we get the jets online. Ah, China's invading us. Hold on, we're gonna restart this. Venezuela, we can't fight. What's with the new setup? New setup. I'm basically renting out what was my old office. Okay, try this again. New plan. You ready for this? Bring that all down to 0. Planes we get first. Then robots alternate between these two. And see if we can get that alliance with Mexico. Nope, they want more money this time. All right, cool. All right, a lot less active this time around. Never mind. America's still going to Cuba. Oh, we forgot to fix our budget. Boom. Boom. Whatever. If we could jump in on Cuba, that would be really nice. Who are their friends? Venezuela and Russia. Okay, as soon as we get our robots, we're going to go into Jamaica. Okay, robots are here. Let's go into Jamaica. Grab the easy target. Boom. Do we want to go into Cuba? I don't think we could get it done in time. So let's wait for some more reinforcements or for the United States to keep whittling away, which I think is now. Where is Havana? It's up north. So let's go fight up north and help the United States fight Cuba. There we go. Capital captured. A little bit of Cuba for ourselves. What does that put us at? 70th in GDP. We can even potentially get a little bit more. Good. We split Cuba. We can feel very good about that. Let's head home. Russia's declared war on us. We won't bother with them for a little bit. But the United States fighting Venezuela is also a pretty sick move for us. Now, do we have enough budget to maintain a military? We do. Okay. Very fortunate for us. Now, the United States is not friendly with us. To be friendly, they want 47 million. So chances of that happening are pretty small now. Is Senegal still available? No, Russia's grabbed that. No, Colombia's grabbed it. One is Palestine. Nice. The best country in the world, Palestine. Oh, Dominican Republic only has gunners. Oh, the Dominican Republic's over here. Ooh, let's definitely get ready to fight the Dominican Republic. Let's wait for this last unit of robots. Who are your friends? Vatican City. Oh my gosh, they wasted all their troops going over into Africa. We can get the Dominican Republic really quickly. Let's just speed up so we can ignore our problems and get these freaking robots. They take so long to produce. Robots done. Perfect. All right. How are your troops? You've built some things, but not strong enough. Let's go into Dominican Republic. Grab them. They'll be a great target for us. They are 58 in GDP, 42 in population. A lot better than us here at 61 and 75, though. We'll definitely take this. This will more importantly help lower our GDP per capita, too, because they also have Haiti. Unfortunately, Argentina comes to help. Unwanted help for sure, but they get eliminated. That's very big for us. Okay, we've won there. Now we just go over to their African holdings. We're at 51 and 47. Oh, Venezuela's getting attacked by Colombia. Or excuse me, Venezuela's getting attacked by the United States. Another potential big move for us. How is the United States doing? They're very weak. Very weak. They still have all their reservists. Not really. Ooh, could this be an early fall of the United States? I mean, even if we just grabbed Florida and called it a day, that's a big victory for us. I would say we'll keep an eye on what our troops are going to be at the end of this, because I'm sure our bonuses, ammunition shortage, is very diminished. Yes, indeed it is. All right, that is them done. Let's go home, start building back up our military, or our ammunition. Call a little bit of a day here. He's making a domination video finally. I'm glad you enjoy. Venezuela is a very tempting target, but while we have our bonuses, ammunition shortage so bad, not really one on the table. They're also friends with China, who I don't think we can afford to tick off. Ooh, now here's a question. Could we get over to Egypt and fight Egypt? I just don't think we have the troops right now, to be honest with you. I think we need to wait. I mean, an army of 4 million, we could win some territory, but then what do we lose in regard to that? Where we could just wait for Venezuela to fall. Even though it makes us enemies with China, if we have enough troops, I think we could survive it. Calumet next. No, you can't make a video out of Calumet. It's like fun to play, not really a game to watch. I've tried. Oh, now Morocco falling is a little bit easier one for us to take a bite out of. Let's go fight Morocco. Morocco is the 58th 42 GDP, but they're also a monarchy. So people won't be mad at us, minus the Arab League, but I think we can buy them off. Oh, and we got all of it in one fell swoop. Oh, and France is falling. All hands on deck. We need to be a part of this. What happened to France? Is it like, oh, they don't have any friends. We got to get over to France. We can still get some of this. Fight for the northern France. Fight for Paris. Lithuania declared war on us. I don't have enough money to buy them off, but France will be worth it if we can get it. North Korea, of all people, is coming to France's defense. I mean, this has already pushed us into the top 20. From 50 to top 20 just by grabbing northern France. It's a huge win for us. We just need to be able to hold it. We need to be able to produce things. Let's start producing, by the way. There, and then there. I know that's like basically more than half of our budget, but while we're small, we'll get more land off France. It'll start to equalize. Belgium's declared war on us. Any chance I could get you to not do that? Nope. I'm not giving you back my lands, so I will fight you. Massive W for us here, getting France. Hopefully this is the last sector of France so we don't have to deal with rebels. We still have to deal with Belgium at some point, but we don't really have the military to fight Belgium. Is that France defeated? I don't think so, but we go home. You know what? Yeah. What's our ammunition shortage? Very high ammunition shortage. We need a friend. Can we find a friend anywhere? You should want to be my friend, United States, because you don't have a ton of troops. You do not want to be my friend. What about the United Kingdom? No. Does anyone want to be my friend? Legitimately nobody. Okay, so we need to be very cautious here with our next moves and just build up troops quietly, because if no one wants to be our friend, we're in a bad way. Like China, I don't know about you. You want 190 million. You want 5 million just for peace. You want 117 million. It's probably because Russia's at war with us that no one wants to be our friend. But those France holdings will pay dividends. 15 and 18 right now. Couldn't be better off other than the fact that we would love a friend. Let's get a layer of reactive armor. And then how is buying doing? We got one more round of tanks and one more round. Belgium's invaded us. We need to stop that. I'm just gonna go park my military right on top of Belgium. United States has invaded us. Okay, we can't get a cheap peace treaty with the United States, though. We're just trying to figure out the Belgian problem. Fortunately for us, Netherlands is here to help out. Snipe a little bit of land away, which is fine because I don't want to actively invade Belgium. Oh, that was Luxembourg, excuse me. Belgium's out, though, so that's like the last one that's really going to declare war and steal some of our French lands away from us, minus the fact that United Kingdom's not doing it. We'll just park our army here. Whatever we can afford, we're gonna buy it and send it here. Give me 1,000 tanks. Of course, Turkey's here now. All right, honestly, I think we have to abandon everything. We'll try later. We don't have the troops. We'll see if we can pick on somebody the next go around. Well, let's use the money to buy troops for now. We no longer have money to produce. Man, they're still going after us, huh? That's unfortunate. Kicked back to the curb by Turkey. That's okay. We will be back. We will be back. Oh, hell no, Turkey. I'll fight you to the end. We ain't doing this again. All right, restart. Okay, I think our strategy... We got to figure out... I think our strategy is a little bit too cooked in with buying too many robots right away. It slows us down. So we will get the research. But this time we buy as many planes as we can. We buy 1,000 planes. And then robots and drones. Fix the budget. And our planes are going to completely cripple our empire right away, so we do need to start fighting small islands to get as much economy as we can right off the bat. So that's going to be our plan, is as soon as we get the planes, we're going to be going into all the small Caribbean islands. Island boy returns. Yep, we're back to the islands. No Cuba for us this time. Maybe Venezuela. Who's their friends this time? Just Russia. Okay, let's go after Jamaica first and Haiti. Okay, now I think we can try and risk Venezuela. Grab some of it at the very least. Okay, that's all we're gonna get. Let's go home, not waste our troops. And who can we start fighting here? We can fight Dominica. I don't believe has a military. Nope. So let's pick on them next. And St. Kitts, same. St. Lucia. Grenada. And Trinidad and Tobago. Good, okay. That's basically all the little islands we can get here. We could potentially also fight the Bahamas. Let's hold off a minute and get a unit of robots ready. And then I think we can fight the Bahamas. Although Japan's already on the Bahamas. Frick. Let's go after the Bahamas then. All right, Bahamas defeated. Head home. Can we get to Africa? Nope. Senegal has eaten the easy target. Any other easy targets over here? Portugal. What about Benin? Got a military. United States is fighting the DRC. Japan is fighting France right away. Why is France peasants? They are friends with so much of the world, but they are peasants. Russia's invading me. All right, we gotta not fight Venezuela. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. So no matter what happens, we cannot afford a fight with Venezuela. Got it. Now, this is the point of the game where you're going to be like, let me give the streamer suggestions. I'm not looking for suggestions. This is a legendary country. This is what you guys wanted. Legendary countries typically are like a puzzle you have to figure out. So this is not the point of the game where you start telling me what to do. This is just, you know, let's figure it out. Watch me figure it out. And if you don't want to watch me figure it out, you know, go play it on your own. All right, planes are on. Let's go grab some economy really quickly. Let's fight Jamaica first. Haiti next. Next to Bahamas. Is Cuba friends with Russia? We are not going to fight them if they are, but they're not. They have a military, though, so let's go fight some of the weaker countries next to us. Dominica. The United States immediately declares war on me. Can't do a lot about that. Oh, they're fighting Mexico. That'd be an interesting one. If we can peace out with the United States and jump in on Mexico, that'd actually be really big. The United States does not have much of an army, though. Neither do we, but they don't have anything really. Here, bring down everything until we can get enough money to peace out with the United States. Because once we can do that, we can fight Mexico and grab the economy back. In fact, let's just go ahead and fight Mexico right now. Which will help out with the budget, and then we can afford to peace out with the United States. There. We have peace with the United States, social spending, R&D, military, liquidity. We can afford it all now. Close call there. You zeroed out liquidity. Yeah, in hindsight, that was dumb, but we still got enough money. Okay, what are we at now? We are 24 and 29, so we still need to buy stuff. We don't really have money for production, but maybe if we can continue to knock down Mexico, Mexico can be our salvation. Let's stop fighting Mexico for a moment, get our budget down, or get our ammunition down. Now we are 18 and 23. I'm gonna go ahead and start producing. Give me, what's cheaper? Probably these and these. We don't really have the population though, so give me these and these. France has declared war on us. Dang it. Not a lot we can do about that. Other than shut them down with some freaking tanks, I suppose. Alright, let's go after Mexico again. And we can get reactive armor. Important for us. Venezuela's declared war on us. Again, not a lot we can do unless the United States randomly wants to be friends with us. Nope. Anybody want to be friends with us at this point? No. Cool. We're on our own. All right, so that is a massive win as we finish up Mexico. We become 17 and 22 now. Our big problem is diplomacy at this point. We don't have any friends. The only thing we have going for us diplomatically is a peace treaty with the United States, but that won't last forever. So now we need to get home, build some military, build some friends, and hope for the best. We are using 50% of our military to build drones and robots. Probably a little bit too early to do so. United States, you want 500,000 to become friends. I think that is a solid friendship for us to be able to jump into. Let's go ahead and, yeah, grab El Salvador as well. Just make sure that they don't have any friends we should be worried about. No. Oh, we can get a peace treaty with the UK. Totally worthwhile. Does that help us? Not really. We need that friendship with the United States. Hopefully that didn't dramatically increase the price. It lowered it. Okay, perfect. Now we're friends with the United States, even though they're fighting the world. We could jump in here and grab some of the United States, which might have been more worthwhile, but I was banking on the long-term fact of us just needing a friend, to be quite frank with you. And I think the United States wins this against Canada, gives us time to build up troops, and gets our exchange rate somewhere reasonable. Both the UK and USA are out of NATO. Yeah, I know. We picked the Axis. We've really befriended the Axis powers in this one. UK lost their alliances. Yeah, no doubt. That's why we were able to afford them. I mean, they'd be great to attack, but honestly, I'm just looking for anyone that for a little bit of survival. Because keep in mind, if we were playing a different nation, we could be making a lot of offensive plays. But we're a small, legendary island country. We need to think defense first. So when someone's weak, we want to befriend them. At least until we can get 1 million. Like, basically kind of what's going on here is by the time that we lose this alliance with the United Kingdom, we'll probably be ready to attack them. Now we could jump on Algeria. How is the ammunition shortage though? Pretty okay. I think we could jump over here and grab the Moroccan territories. So let's pile on here and fight Algeria since they don't have any troops. Iraq, how are your friends looking? I mean, strong, but like they're all dead. Do we want to risk our army fighting? I think we could. We have 7 million. I think we fight Iran or Iraq. They only have 1 million, but they are 39-31. Is it worth risking that, or should we save up to fight a European power? I think we save up to fight a European power. We've basically gained everything. I'm going to grab this little section because it's going to bother me. We don't want to go too much farther into Algeria because that's just the Sahara Desert. I'm going to grab this just for beauty border standards. But other than that, I think we're more than content just to wait. We're making plenty of money. 16 and 22 is pretty good. Send the army home. We've made the progress we want to make here. Let's get ready to fight the United Kingdom. Maybe we could fight Venezuela instead. Who were their friends? Why was I afraid? Russia. I think we're big enough to withstand Russia this go around, so let's go ahead and fight Venezuela. Yeah, let's see if we can peace out with Russia. It should be a little bit cheaper this go around because we're friends with the United States. And in fact, it was very much cheaper. All right, let's buy some tanks then. And head home. So a very ugly border, but 15 and 17 is nothing to laugh at. Saudi still has a bit of good land. Yeah, that comment's old. That comment's a little bit old. I'm trying not to get too much good land because I don't want to be in constant warfare, but I get what you're saying. I really just want to fight the UK at this point. How's the budget looking? Budget's okay. India. That's all your troops you're saying, huh? You're friends with the United Kingdom, well, I'm friends with in Brazil. It's a trap, I know. It's a trap. Now, we'll just wait for the United Kingdom. How much longer is our friendship? 2,000 days. Doesn't India have massive militias? Yeah, that's why I was saying it's a trap. Is because you can look at India's military, but the strength of India is their militias. Let's go ahead and get a friendship with Turkey, though. I don't know why we're at war with France, but let's peace out with that one. And get a level of combat training. I just joined. What country are you playing as? We're playing as Antigua and Barbuda. It's a legendary country right here in the Caribbean. I assume the UAE has a lot of troops. Yeah, I'm really kind of not looking to branch out. I know I'm playing a little bit cautiously, but I have lost like the last 4 runs in a row. So, I mean, we could do all these things, but like, let's be real. We take one United Kingdom. Same. What's up, Corgi? What's up, Jency? How are you, my friend? Where's the face cam? We're doing a recording for Domination, so we don't have face cam. You missed the new setup. I'm so sorry. When the room is fully done, I'll give you a little bit of a room tour. But yesterday was just getting everything out of the office into here, and that was tiring enough. Look out for Germany. They're getting aggressive. Yeah, but they still have all their friends. Germany rarely loses friends. Oh, Colombia's falling. Hold on. Taking a look at Colombia. They're friends with China. We could become friends with China. Let's buy that friendship with China and then go into Colombia. That should help our exchange rate. Really didn't, but that's okay. we get Colombia, which is a big prize in and of itself. One that we'll gladly take. Gives us a lot more population comparatively, relatively. Brazil going into Singapore could also be interesting. We could grab Singapore as in mainland Singapore. Okay, big win for us there. Go home. Can we do anything with our... Yes, we can. We can increase drones, killer robots. We'll go up to 50%, which is aggressive, but I would rather focus on the military right now at the beginning of the game and then have that cool off once we take a big target like our big boys. How's everything looking? We need more piercing. Like when we go in our war against the United Kingdom. You want me to fight Germany? I can't fight Germany, bud. You gotta look at who's allied to. Look, like anyone above 75 is their friend, so they have 18 friends that will come to their defense. Do you think my tiny island nation, whose crowning achievement is that we have part of Mexico, is equipped and ready to go fight Germany and the rest of the world? Or maybe we wait 300 days to grab the United Kingdom, who is 14 and 12. All right, tanks are done. Let's start heading over. Army of 13 million against their 7 million. They have strengthened themselves. Ooh. And they have 5 million reservists. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Maybe we wait on that one. But we won't renew that friendship. You say take it, Craft? Okay, I'll take it. Of your advice, I'll take it. $9 million against 14 million. Here we go. Here's the big battle. Portugal has declared war on us. See if we can peace out with them. We cannot. We are starting to take part of their territory, though. How are the reservists doing? Reservists almost out. The Wales invasion is going very well. We have grabbed Cornwall. We will unfortunately lose the Netherlands sections that they've gotten. Let's push for the capital. We have lost all but 5 million of our troops. So definitely a heavy price to have paid, but we do in fact get London. Germany helps out, but they're going to get nothing out of this. Here, just forget that. Go up to Scotland. Let them fight that. Anytime a rebel pops up is a good opportunity for us to move, to get a better position on fighting down the United Kingdom against Germany. All right, a tough battle for us, but we end up as 8 and 7. So a worthy endeavor. Let's go home. Let's fix our production. Now we are part of the big boys club. Let's take a look at our economy. We're growing at 1.4. As that compared to the rest of the world, pretty okay. I mean, most people are growing at 2. So we're gonna need to figure out how to get to 2. Let's go 1.7. That's all I'm willing to get out of this. Hassan, I beg you. I beg you. I guarantee you at no point in this game will Germany have signs of cracking. I will not be invading Germany this run. Please stop asking. I promise you. I promise you. It's not going to happen. Stop trying to make it happen. Let's get an level reactive armor. Now, how's good old friend United States doing? Nice and decently strong. Potential. India, are you still like weak AF? No, you got 16 million now. China's weak. How long is our friendship with China? I mean, another kind of trap country, 5,000 days. They'll definitely get strong by then. India's only doing border clashes? Yeah, but they have 15 million troops. Oh, down to 5. But you gotta factor in their militias, too strong. So unless they're fighting someone who's gonna take a lot of their time, like China, not super worth it for us. Much rather get up to like 20 million ourselves in terms of military strength. I like you guys' offensive thinking, but you got to keep in mind that we have 8 million troops right now. We blew our load fighting the United Kingdom. And a worthwhile endeavor is we're 8 and 7, right? But military power 22, not so good. What's Nigeria doing? They're invading Chad. They have too many troops. I already checked. Oh, they have 2 million. They've kind of lost a lot. And they're only friends with Bangladesh. Not a bad idea. Do we need it, though? Do we need it? It'd give us more population, which we don't really need. GDP per capita is 33. Theirs is 73. It might be worth fighting Nigeria. I'm just worried about the attrition losses we would take. How is the ammunition shortage? Still pretty high. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm saying you should watch for an opportunity. I'll go ahead and clear this out for you because I've played, again, 500 hours of this game. Once out of 200 runs is fighting Germany viable. And this is not one of those. This is not that 1 out of 200 runs. I like the aggression, but again, it's just not going to happen this run. Fighting Germany is like fighting France. They're usually mainstays of the European Union. It really doesn't work out. Now, fighting on Oman, on the other hand, I think we could do. Give me the fastest path to Oman. let's fight Oman. Oman's got a decent population. I'm in fact going to split this army. Make sure we grab this coastal area. Who is this wanting to fight us? It's Iraq. How's Iraq doing now? Iraq is another target that we're going to want to consider, especially after they just kind of blew up themselves into us. In fact, is there any good economic targets left? No, that's desert we're fighting over. Let's get ready to fight Iraq. Okay, Iraq's allies, just to double check, are Sudan, we're not worried about. Kuwait, we're not worried about. Qatar, we're not worried about. Oman, United States, we're friends with. Canada's dead. Yeah, we can definitely do this. All right, let's fight Iraq. No, not Iran, not Iran, not Iran. Iraq. That was close. I'm glad the game was paused. Iraq's got a lot of economy we can get, relatively for its size, and fight. Just punch through these reservists, I tell you. There we go. Now we're starting to make some progress against Iraq. Big win for us here. I don't know how much it moves the needle, but at least gives us a presence over here as well. Oh, exchange rate's 82%. That's real nice. So yeah, it moves our GDP per capita up by 1. So not a ton of effect, but because we're in the top 10, there's not gonna be a ton of things that, you know, one for one move the needle for us. We're happy to have gotten that though. That was a big weight off our shoulders. I was gonna say, we could fight somebody else. I don't think there's an easy target on the board for us. So I think this is an excellent opportunity to go home and wait for another good opportunity. Maybe Jordan or something. You gotta realize Jordan's mostly desert. Like, Jordan's not really worth it. 54-54, it's not gonna move the needle for us. If this was earlier in the game, maybe, but because we secured our big fish in the United Kingdom, we don't really need to be looking for the small fries. Like, Peru might be nice, but they have 13 million. Kind of waiting on, like, the United States or China to make a mistake. United States especially, they do have a lot of reservists. Mm. Russia and Europe peace feels rare. I mean, honestly, I feel like one of the updates made it so Russia doesn't instantly collapse every game. Because that for sure used to be a pattern. What kind of countries can we expect to fall next? Indonesia, Japan would be nice ones to fall. Nigeria, we could still go after. They have a lot of population. But I do think I want to hold off and see, you know, especially what's happening in Europe. Could be interesting. Denmark, have you lost all your friends? You still have all your friends. Someone was attacking you. The Caribbean. Yeah, we mostly got the Caribbean. Is Thailand strong? Thailand's not always worth it. I'm sure they're strong enough. Yeah, to not make it worthwhile. 16 million. Too many troops. And now the waiting begins. I think we could advance time a little bit. Just keep an eye on the rest of the map. I don't think anything radical is going to happen anytime soon. We've got a military that can react to some things, but not a ton. France is fighting. They were fighting Spain. Both of them maintain their allies, though. Is Africa too strong? It's not. Like, the only one I'm really considering is Nigeria. But it's kind of like, do I want to waste, like, relatively probably like 6 to 8 million troops getting it? I don't know. I mean, we might get it later, but I'd rather build up and have an army on a big army on standby should like a big country fall. Because there's nothing worse in this game than, you know, wasting your time on a small country and then like a giant country falls and you could have been a part of it if you had saved. Who are you fighting, China? Nothing. Ooh, Iran's falling. We could get on Iran. Let's hop, skip, and jump over there. Nice, easy target for us. Iran has fallen. They have no troops. They're going to fight with India. India, you know, still has a decent amount of troops everywhere. Mostly in reservists at this point. But India's always a trap until you have like 30 million. So I'd much rather go after an easier target like Iran. I don't know why no one else is fighting Iran. They have an alliance with Germany. I wonder if Germany declares war on me. They're also friends with Japan. This could be a mistake, but we're going to do it anyways. Let's also invest in a point in Art of War, so we capture territory a little bit faster. First one doesn't do a ton, but the next one will. Let's see how many people get mad at us for fighting Iran. Romania has declared war on us. Not one that we're super worried about, but a cheap peace treaty nonetheless. And I'm going to go ahead and split this army north and south, since people are not too mad about it. And Iran, even though they're kind of being defeated right now, still 32 and 21 in terms of GDP and population, so a lot still to grab here on the table. Japan's declared war on Russia. This is one to watch. Who's weak? Russia's weak. Oh, baby. We ignore the rest of Iran. We go up to Russia. Forget Iran. Give me you. Fight Russia. Now, where are the economical places we can get? This southern region is definitely on the board. Let's try and push up north as much as we can. Okay, let's see if we can get Moscow. Go, 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 go. Give us Moscow. Big fight ahead for Moscow for sure. But so much of Russia's economy goes through Moscow. And it looks like we get it. Wonderful. We're getting a ton of the economic areas. We can be very happy about that. And then let's get a big order of tanks to celebrate. That pushes us up to 8 and 3 population. GDP is a tough nut to crack. The top 8 are just monsters. Brazil, France, Germany, Japan, India, China, and the United States. It'd be tough to dethrone. I'm producing reservists. I am not producing reservists. That's a mistake. USA is at 76%. They are. I'll have to keep an eye on fighting them. I think as soon as Russia's done, we got to gear up to fight the United States. crush a couple of these rebellions in high target value areas. Kenya, I don't know why you keep coming to war with me. Oh, is Japan fighting China? A little bit. China's real weak. Ooh, how many reservists do they have, though? 50 million. Not a fight for us right now. That's for sure. Might be the time to strike India. 20 million reservists. How are your friends? Kenya, don't care about. Israel, don't care about. You have a lot of friends, and none of them are strong. Let's head home. I think we gear up to fight India. Do need to look for an opportunity to fight the United States. They're only at 5 million. Maybe we want to fight the United States. 33 million, yes, in reservists. But I don't think they have a ton of friends left. They don't. Could we take on 30 million reservists? Yes. I think we start weakening the United States just because they're at 77% and climbing, and I'm worried about that. So let's fight the United States. Let's go for Florida. There's their military defeated almost immediately. Here comes their big piles of reservists. Make sure we're still fighting for actual good parts. Let's pump up production to basically everything. 100%. Yeah, 96%. Pump it up. Give us as many things as we possibly can get. And it'll start to even out as we take more and more of the United States. Now let's make sure we're avoiding the capital, and economy's good everywhere. Wow. Okay. Let's make sure to get Atlanta. How's that production doing? If I could click on the right screen. We're down to 70% already. Fantastic. Indonesia's declared war on us. We really need to limit who's fighting us at this point. Good thing we can afford that, thank goodness. China's also here in the United States. That takes a lot of pressure off us. Let's push for Chicago. China's declared war on us. That's really bad. We can peace out with them, though. That's great news. Let's go ahead and buy another Art of War. All right, let's make sure we get Massachusetts. Then we're going to pivot this army. Let's refresh you with troops. Bring you over here. Get this army ready to go again. The Philippines is at war with us. Do need to stop that from happening. We need 78 million for that. Okay. And then production, how we doing? Down to 33%. Love to see it. Give me as many drones and robots as I can afford. I'd be rushing to block coast. See, I had too small of an army that I was like okay with them grabbing part of the coast because it meant that they were helping. You can see like it's harder now that no one's helping. Division of Labor. I think that was Japan stalking me. Yes, it was. Another Art of War. Now we're starting to rush through everything. We're like not able to spend as much money as we're getting. Always a good sign. Where does this put us now? We are #1 in the world. Let's go. Still a lot of Canada to get. Canada's not going to move the needle tremendously for us, but hey, we'll get. It's more about crushing the United States at this point. Get Boston? We got Boston. Do they have any territories elsewhere? Not really. United States was pretty contained this go around. Oh, France has fallen. Missed that. We should get Alaska though. All right, now how is China doing? We could potentially win with China off the board. They have 30 million. Japan, we are at war with, has 24 million. It's just becoming an issue of we don't have a lot of friends left. Germany, I suppose you still have all your friends. You are our friend. Yeah, you still have a lot of your friends. We're your best friend. They love us. God, of course they got Greenland. Damn it. It's gonna take so long. All right, let's send everybody home. That's basically all we're needing to get. We got an army of 40 million. The world is our oyster. In terms of victory conditions, China would get us there. If we grabbed all of China, realistically, we can't grab all of China. What about India? We were talking about fighting India. They have 17 million, 24 million reservists. I think it is time, depending on their allies, to fight them. I'm not scared of any of their allies. Let's go fight India. USA still in Southern Ontario. Oh, they grabbed that back. We'll develop an army to go fetch that. But for right now, India is our target. India is 12%. Let's go ahead and fight up here near Bangladesh. Or south, I guess, whatever. Kenya is once again coming to fight us. Yeah, there's a lot of people we would love to have peace with. Not really an option for them to give us peace. You may notice we don't have a spare 100 million. Yeah, I know most of India's stuff was down here, but it was just kind of, or most of India's economy was down south, but it was more of an issue of wanting to avoid Japan's giant army than anything else. How mad would the world be if we fought Australia? Pretty mad. Yeah, so this is really going to be an us versus the world type ending. It might be worth fighting China now. I think we do that. Let's gather everybody to fight China. Give me just the world in terms of military power. Do we have a peace treaty with China? We do not. Okay, perfect. So as soon as these guys are all done, we are going to fight China. Doesn't really matter whose China allies are, but they only have 3. Peace, peace. Now they have 0. Southern India is more valuable than the desert in Iran, but no more valuable than Northern India. Yeah, I went for Northern India to kind of swerve Japan, so I didn't have to fight them. All right, here comes our robot army against China's mostly tanks and commandos army. Very small army in comparison, but we're going to be fighting a ton of reservists. Shouldn't be too much of an issue for us here, so let's go ahead, start the battle where the battle is going to begin, which is Taiwan. And then we'll move into the bay over here where Macau and everything is. Boom, Taiwan is ours. Have we engaged the military? We have not. Still just fighting reservists at this point, so we're going to keep our army together until that happens. We have another art of war we can get. And I'm going to go ahead and develop war tactics as well, just to give us that little bit extra punch that we're going to need here to fight down China. They're down to 2 million reservists. I think this is more than fine to split. Oh, did they get back? No, that's me. Our colors are very similar. God bless to the colorblind. This is going to be a little bit difficult run to see. All right, this army's big enough. Let's go ahead and send them into Manchuria. Let's move you more eastern. Let's move you more... Actually, you're fine there. I was going to say northern, but we'll wait on that. China also has really good land in the United States. Yes, they do. I do need to go after the California stuff. That will be the target of our next army when it's ready. In fact, let's send this army now to go fight the California lands. In fact, they have East Coast lands. They have New York as well, so we'll just fight everything over here. They basically have California perfectly. Japan is invading us. Any chance I could get you to not do that? Yes, I can. Okay, good. And we're at 99 already. Holy cow, that happened so fast. Man, we grabbed a little bit of that California land, shot us up real fast here. And there we go. Antigua and Barbuda dominates the world after 32.88k days. Probably doesn't put us on the leaderboard. It was a tough country just to win as. Let's go as all the way down south. Easy one to find. Hey, top 10. Let's go. We take those. We take those. But that is going to do it for today. So as we do start to wrap things up, just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far in the video. If you have made it this far in the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. If you have a country you would like me to play as next, make sure to put in the comments down below. But for now, boys, I'll see you in the next one. All right, chat, 1 hour, 40 minutes. We did it. We did it. Alrighty, but that's going to do it for stream today. Hope you guys had a great time. I had a great one, and I'll see everybody mañana. Bye-bye. Hi, Ranger. Now you come in. Dude, he hears me saying goodbye, and he's like, I'm back. I'm here. I'm here for... See this dog? Avoids the camera the entire time. And as soon as I'm like giving my outro, he's like, it's time to hang out. We're vibing here. Getting the back scratches, huh? He's like 12 now. He's at the age where it's just like, oh no, he's too old. He's too old. He is camera shy. He's camera shy. Both the dogs are camera shy. But I put the bed right there, so they lay on it. Ginger, you want? Here, hold on. Let me get you perfectly in line for the camera. You ready for this? Oh, there you go. Goes to the bed to eat. All right, he knows it's time now. Yeah, he knows it's this time. Because usually when I'm giving that outro, it's like next thing we're doing food, we're doing a walk, something. But all right, that's enough for today. Adios, Spice.